Hi, I'm John Toshik here with Cloudblog. We're here in the heartland of IT, otherwise known as Gartner Symposium. I'm here with Glenn Weinstein, who's the CTO of Appirio. Glenn, first of all, welcome.
Thank you, John.
And what are you finding interesting about the Gartner Symposium so far?
I like your description of Gartner as the heartland of IT. I think Appirio is the world's biggest advocate of public cloud computing, and coming here to Gartner, you're seeing a much broader spectrum of experiences. You're seeing people from IT shops, CIOs, that have never used public cloud in their infrastructure. So it's a little bit of a wake-up call for a company like Appirio to see that in our world, public cloud is a given. We work with customers that are already have made that leap and understand the advantages. And here, it's a little more selling. It's a little more back to covering topics that will let you make your first move to the public cloud.
It's a little bit of back to the future where we have to educate the customers of what we thought we educated them on 3 or 4 years ago.
I think you're right. We spend time at Dreamforce and at Salesforce's Force.com CIO roundtables and road shows and so forth, and you're seeing a self-selected group that's already made that move here. But here, you're sort of back to basics of the fundamental advantages of software as a service, having a vendor that can innovate, not worrying about the upgrades and offloading the infrastructure concerns and explaining what that means. And it's not traditional hosting. Those are my lunchtime and hallway conversations here at Gartner.
Right. What is an example of a lunchtime conversation you've had?
So companies that are here, CIOs and IT directors and app dev directors, they want to hear what other companies are doing in the cloud. They sort of know that there's a lot going on out there, that there's something very legitimate. They saw the Mark Benioff keynote last night here, and that was really kind of the highlight of the conference for a lot of people. It was creative, and it was mind-boggling for some folks. And so they want to hear, tell me, are Fortune 100 companies really moving significant applications to the public cloud? Tell me what that looks like. How's that possible? What sorts of applications are they moving? So I'm in storytelling mode here, basically telling our customer stories that we are past Salesforce automation, we're past service and support, we're into custom application development on Force.com, and it's a reality.
And you do have Fortune 100 customers already. I mean, Appirio's not that old. How old is Appirio? Can you get a little back?
Yeah, so we started Appirio 4 years ago. The founders, myself and the other founders, were from on-premise software companies, and we did consulting services, support, and education for on-premise software. And we really recognized that software as a service, we didn't even know the term platform at the time, was a better model economically and from a technical perspective for software. We bet our careers and we bet a business on that. So 4 years later, we've become one of the most prominent Salesforce implementation partners. We're one of the most prominent Google Apps implementation partners. And we very quickly went from basically taking any customer that needed services, small, medium, large, we didn't care, to really focusing on Fortune 500 and almost to some extent Fortune 100 companies that want to introduce the Force.com platform to their application development stacks. They want to start building new applications in the cloud while they sort of figure out how to deal with their legacy stack, whether that's public cloud, private cloud, some hybrids, different models, but they really are looking to target their innovative apps to the public cloud. So we do most of our work today with very large enterprises, solving problems like integration and complex application development over a number of months with multiple teams.
What was your first customer?
Our very first customer was a company called Senior Transitions. It was they help make placements of senior citizens to assisted living homes, and they wanted to move off of they used ACT, and they wanted to move to Salesforce.com and have an online entry system. And it was actually it was one of the first Force.com projects, if you will, where we gave them a whole interface and a little logic engine on how to do that matching.
Right. So you went from ACT, and now you're to a Fortune 100 in 3 or 4 years. And
yes.
That's surprise. Not surprising to us, I guess. It can be amazing. It's amazing growth.
The opportunity out there is amazing. I mean, the general model of software as a service is as advantageous, if not more advantageous, at scale. There's been a misperception in the market, and I see it here at Gartner actually in the hallways, that the public cloud is for SMB. Large companies need their own data centers. We know that's not true, and actually the benefits are amplified at scale. And so there's a wide open market. I think Appirio and even our competitors, we're facing a situation now we can't grow fast enough. The demand for these services we found it to be exceptional.
What's the inflection point that happened that led to this?
Well, I think Salesforce, in our experience, we're a 4-year partner now, and our experience has been that Salesforce has consistently been committed to the idea of platform as a service. We've seen the evolution from S controls to Apex to Visual Force Web Services, the Force.com sites, on and on and on. Now VMforce. That evolution has been key to our growth as a partner. It allows us to open up broader and broader problem spaces in IT that we can apply this software as a service model to. So the continued commitment to Salesforce to being not just a CRM app but a platform has been an ongoing catalyst to that growth.